the new link around because we fucked up. We fucked up. You know what? We didn't fuck up. The artist fucked up. If he was here, I don't think this would have happened. So clearly, it's the artist's fault.
It probably would have happened sooner.
So I'm putting on Facebook, blame Mike Charles.
Where is he?
He died in a cum accident.
Yeah, I forgot. Pool of his own blood.
Yeah, and jizz. I almost mixed blood and jizz and said juzz. Dude, juzz is disgusting. Okay, so tweet out that new link so we can get
it.
I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, I'm retweeting it.
But it doesn't make any fucking sense to what do you call it? Do the show if nobody's here. Okay, Jazz is here. Steve says, don't blame Mike Artist.
Where's Fackelson's here? Don't blame Mike Artist.
I don't know what the fuck happened, guys. Sorry, but I'm glad you guys came back. So I still I have just a couple more things to talk about in this opening segment. So I think Cena's promo in the beginning, talking about Owens, and then everything he said on commentary was all a vehicle to keep putting Owens over. Cena was talking about, he surprised me, he shocked me, he beat me. He was like, if he performs like that again at the pay-per-view, clearly you cannot doubt what he's saying. You know what I mean? So everything he was saying was and then once again, he said, people at the pay-per-view are they going to be saying, let's go Cena or fight Owens fight. When he first said that, he said that shit. He said maybe they'll chant fight Owens fight. If you don't know who Kevin Owens is, but you hate John Cena, that just puts in your head, oh, that's what I chant to be against John Cena and for the other guy. So I think that whole thing is a vehicle to put Owens over, and I think it's brilliant.
I love it. And, Cena's so great at this point. Mm-hmm. He's generating heat for a pay-per-view match that's still 7 days away. He's built in chance already to get a reaction. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But so the finish we're talking about. Do you want to talk about the match anymore? Or do you just want to move on, or? I mean, we're live. Fuck it.
One of my notes was DDT and old timers because I wanted to talk about those moves, but we already touched on that organically. And then I wrote down no Booker, which is always a plus when there's no Booker T on commentary.
Well, yeah, what happened with Book tonight? What was it?
I think he's wrestling in his own company, or he's at the hospital claiming Mike Charles as his son. I'm not sure.
Come on, Booker T wouldn't even do that.
Booker T's a 5-time fat mama.
He's a 5-time what?
Fat mama.
Shucky ducky quack quack.
Shucky ducky quack quack. Okay, so we got a speed round through the rest of this because we've already gone really long on the opening segment. Seth and the Authority. Steph is looking good tonight. That's always a plus. Seth's acting was terrible here. Look, he's walking around New Orleans with my WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Awful.
What? We just talked over each other.
What do you mean?
I was talking while you were talking, and I don't know what you said.
Oh, I said it. I don't know. I don't know if it's his acting is legitimately funny or if it's just bad.
Here it was bad. He's capable of being good, but here it was bad.
Well, I mean, I like with the Authority too. I mean, the probably saving grace of it is that I love Rollins' little relationship as the teenage boy of the group and looking up to Steph and Trips as his parents.
Yeah.
See that at all?
Well, yeah, and then they're hitting him with the tough love. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I hope that he wins on Sunday without any help. Even though I'm a Jeans fan, I think that'd be good for him just to come out and win it clean.
I agree. So, what I want the Danians to do right now is I have a message for the artist on my hand here, and it says RIP artist. And I'd like everyone to screen cap this and tweet it at him, at artist_616, so he knows that we miss him. You know what I'm saying? So we got Paige and Nikki cutting promos because this is the new feud. We'll speed round through this one too. The Bellas being heel again is fucking unacceptable. I made a joke about how the Bellas became faces just because 2 minorities showed up. And it was like, oh, now the white girls are good because there's a black and a Samoan here. So the white girls were good throughout the feud. The 2 minorities are gone, and now the Bellas are bad again. It's the laziest, most fucked up, racist, no effort, piece of shit, dog ass, dirtball writing I've ever seen in my life.
I agree. And then I've read an article. I forget where I find it. Like you're gonna have to just follow me on this. Like one of the former writers said, the way that Vince wants to direct the divas, just have them as like mindless, crazy bitches, pretty much, and not play a heel or a face. Just literally like fuck around with each other, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I can see that definitely happening. And Vince just just shaking his hands and jerking off as he's going over this.
Jazz James makes a great point. He says Booker wasn't on commentary because he wouldn't stop saying, "Take out the trash." Captain McKay says, has Booker T surpassed Stevie Ray's WCW Thunder commentary in terms of awfulness? I don't remember this, so I can't comment. Steve wants Doug Prischpried to make his 616 debut. The Doug Prischpried is my Scorpion. So that's not
Doug Prischpried.
Doug Prischpried is the host of Sports Update, and he's also my Scorpion.
What the hell is that?
What do you mean? What is a scorpion? It's an arachnid.
Oh, it's your actual scorpion?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, cool.
Call the cops. I don't know what to tell you. So Paige's promo was pretty good. I liked her message at the end. Moving on. We got Summer Rae versus Nikki Bella. How'd you feel about this?
It was shit because I didn't know who the heel was. You said that Bella's coming off of a little heel turn or one of their, I guess, phases. And then Summer Rae, who's been for the past like 2 months after she fucked over Sandow. So I don't know who the heel is supposed to be in the booking.
There's
the
no way
dead because nobody cares about Summer Rae. Nobody really cares about Nikki. They just care about Paige at this point from the Divas division. It was fucking terrible. Like the match itself wasn't even bad by any means, but just how they booked it. I don't know who as a fan I'm supposed to identify with because there are 2 fucking heels in there.
Yeah.
Crowd was dead. It was a waste of like 6 minutes. What about you?
Hold on, real quick. Steve says, this nigga got a pet scorpion. What the fuck? White boys need regular pets. I don't know where he's getting that from. But Steve says, Ian's call the cops comment legit made me laugh so hard I got legit dizzy. Maybe he'll figure out who that other man was who was yelling at his computer. You know what I'm saying?
So Corporate Kane, I think, might be the funnest thing ever.
What's up?
Dude, there's something about Corporate Kane that just makes me crack the fuck up every time.
He's fucking funny. That's what makes you crack up.
It's the purple tie.
It's the purple tie and just the fact that he's funny in general. So he laughs when I don't know. We're going out of order here. We got Roman.
We're moving well. We're going right from the Divas match into the backstage segment with Kane.
Oh, I've got Roman versus Dolph. I must have skipped some shit.
Oh no, that's right after.
Oh, see, I'm a fucked up note boy. So tell me what happened here.
I'm a good boy. So getting into the Money in the Bank segment. So Reigns comes out, cuts his normal shit. Kane's out second.
Yeah.
Ziggler comes out with third. I don't know what Ziggler's role is in the company anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then R-Truth comes out, and I think for the first time made me unironically laugh at the programming because of how funny it actually was.
Dolph Ziggler. R-Truth, that's the only time anyone's ever confused those two. R-Truth was so fucking funny in this segment. I couldn't even stand how fucking funny he was.
Dude, I laughed my ass off.
I got over my fear of ladders in the other match, so I'm ready to go now. Truth, you're not even in this match. What? You're not in the match. Are you sure? Yes. That's my bad, Kane. That's my bad. Y'all have a good night. And I love that they didn't fuck it up. Kane wasn't like, whoa, don't go anywhere. Come back for a 6-man tag. They just let him leave. So who knows why he was there that night. Who knows where he went after he found out he wasn't in the match. This whole thing was so fucking funny. I loved it.
Yeah, they let the segment grow, but didn't let it go out too long without cutting it off like they would probably do by making a 6-man tag.
Yes.
I think it worked. It was completely different from their normal sense of humor, which was great. So it was fucking hilarious. Just the way the dialogue was set up and Truth's face as soon as he says, "What?"
I think I just saw the video buffering again. So let's go rapid fire through this. We'll get this fucking show over with so we don't have any more difficulties.
We can just sum it up. Sheamus fucks it up, like coming out, sucks all the fun out of the party, and then we get another Sheamus and Orton match.
Here's my notes real quick. Orton versus Sheamus. I wrote, maybe this is the first time Orton has done the Garvin stomp as a face. I felt like he hasn't used that in a long time. Other than that, I wrote boring, all for nothing, and sweet RKO. It was boring because it was fucking Sheamus and Orton. It was all for nothing because after that fucking 12, 15-minute match, Orton just throws a chair at him like Sabu, so it was boring and stupid.
Throws a chair at his belt.
I did like his 360 RKO, though. That was pretty cool.
Dude, so here's my thing. Like, Orton should never be the fastest person in his match. And B, has he ever hit the RKO after setting up for it? Like, every match, he does the whole Twitch thing and the whole Sweet Chin Music-esque deal. Has he ever hit it out of that?
Yeah, he has.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Oh,
it's still a whole rigmarole that he doesn't need, though. So where did Roman and Dolph happen? Did we skip that?
No, they don't have a match. They started off the promo.
Oh, okay. I'm a dumb boy. So then, right after that, I've got Seth and Jey backstage. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So we basically, Seth, Jey come up to Seth backstage and they say, "We forgive you for the comments you made." And Seth's like, "You forgive me? Fuck you, you're losers," whatever. So Jamie Noble freaks out. He was just like, "You'd be nothing without us. We're Shield 2.0. I'm a pumped up Roman Reigns," or something like that.
You know, he goes, "Mercury is a better Reigns. I'm a better Dean Ambrose than Dean.
And you're the architect." So that was amazing. And then when Seth goes, "My opponents tonight are going to be you and you." And when he pointed at Mercury, Mercury looked at the finger. Like, he just stared at it. And it was so fucking funny. But I loved this segment. And then the most important thing of the night happened. Mercury spoke. And he told Seth that he's in trouble tonight. And he shouldn't fuck around like this. Because J&J are serious competitors. You know what I'm saying?
They're former champions, man.
They are former champions, like tag team champions, cruiserweight champions. These guys are serious fucking business. I know they walk around in gold ties, but you know what I'm saying? They're no one to fuck with.
You know who is someone who you can fuck with?
Wu-Tang. Oh.
We're pushing this along.
Yeah.
So in my notes, I said Ziggler shouldn't lose this match and Kane should not be in this match. Sure enough, Dolph Ziggler loses the fucking match to corporate Kane.
What annoyed me about it? Go ahead. Sorry.
The show before a pay-per-view makes zero sense. No idea what the match is for. It's fucking terrible.
What annoyed me about it is earlier in the night, Dolph is like, "I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm on a bit of a roll," and then he gets pinned by fucking Kane.
I have no idea what they're doing with him anymore.
They don't know what they're doing with him. That's the whole thing.
Well, what did you think about his little comedy insert?
I tweeted about that. I don't think that he was. I don't think that was in the script for sure. I think he took that upon himself.
Yeah.
Because at least he won't lose to Kane at the Comedy Store. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, he might. Kane's pretty fucking funny.
He is. So according to my notes, we have a J&J promo backstage.
No. I think we might have. The next thing I have is the Miz and Ryback.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Wait, I have J&J promo then Miz Ryback show.
See, I might have missed the promo. Okay. I might have not paid attention for a second.
So they're oh, you missed a great part. They're backstage, and Jamie has his dress pants pulled up, and he's tying his boots because he's not going to put tights on, but he will put boots on, which is fucking funny. And he was just like, "Joey, nah, whatever." And then Joey is just like, "You know what's going to happen out there, Jamie? He's going to slip up because he's going to take us lightly, and we're going to make him pay for it." And I thought that was the funniest fucking thing. Like, he's taking this so seriously, and clearly they're not going to win, right? But we'll get to that later.
All right, so what the fuck was The Miz wearing?
The Miz was wearing a fantastic outfit that if I owned that outfit, I would wear it too. But I would.
He was wearing like a hood cape.
Like, yeah, and it was fucking awesome.
Like some see-through lingerie jacket.
Yeah.
And a V-neck.
Did you not think it was a great look? Maybe not specifically for The Miz, but I think I could rock the fuck out of that.
Not for a regular boy.
I'm not a regular boy, though.
No, you're not.
Mm-mm.
You're a tattoo boy. But here's the thing. One of the most likable people in the company right now comes out, which is Ryback.
Definitely.
One of the most entertaining, in my mind, people that they have on the roster right now.
I wouldn't argue about that.
So, and then in my notes, I was like, how is Ryback so fucking likable?
Mm-hmm.
But because he's so damn dumb. Just the way he talks is perfect.
I don't know if he's that dumb. I just I don't even look at him as being dumb. I just love the way he comes out and he said, I don't remember what he said. He was just like, these people something for the big guy. And I just think when he says that, it's so fucking funny that I'm on Ryback's side big time.
Dude, then when he laughs, manufactures a laugh into the microphone and fucking backs me up too.
I like that, and a lot of people will say oh, Ryback, he's strong or whatever, and he's got a good look, but he's got no mic work. I thought he was fucking great on the mic tonight.
Dude, he's just funny.
He is funny.
That's the humor really well.
I think he's funny, but then he also was able to get down to business and talk about Miz and talk about Big Show. And I believed what he was saying about how he's gonna win and he's the Intercontinental Champion and all this nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, and he's in a tough spot too now because I think his character. What makes it better for me is how little. I mean, he's more towards the line in terms of the content portion of it. Mm-hmm. But now that he's Intercontinental Champ, he's the next. I'm not the next Daniel Bryan, but the guy who's standing up for Daniel Bryan. Mm-hmm. He's got to be the hero for the kids. So I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to run with his usual. His usual more PG-13 stuff, but
I think
we'll see.
I don't think he was ever too rough around the edges to begin with, but I think he's going to be fine. Dude, the Feed Me More chants were strong as fuck.
I know, dude. I agree.
That place was so loud.
Especially after he hits the shell shock on the Big Show, that place was cranking.
And despite what I would have thought, when it came up on the screen that it was going to be Miz TV with Big Show and Ryback, I was like, does anyone have a rope? I will hang myself if that's an option right now. But despite everything you would think about this was a great fucking segment. I thought the Big Show looked great. He shit-canned Miz out of the ring like nothing. Ryback surprisingly gets Big Show up, nails the shell shock. Ryback's over as fuck. The people are chanting for him. This segment did everything it needed to do, and it did it perfectly.
And then Ryback gets a little shot in at CM Punk with the I'll take years off of your career.
Oh, I don't remember that. It's not that I don't remember it. I didn't hear it. I saw someone tweet it. It might have been Steve, but I didn't hear it.
No, he said something like, "In Miz, if you want to fight me, I'll take years off of your career." And then he does his little laugh into the mic.
Oh, I get it. I see.
Dude, but every time he talks, I just picture him going, "Badango."
Badango. What did the hot dog say to the fucking whatever? I don't remember what the other thing was. Badango. Oh man. So according to my notes, we've got the Matadors versus the fucking whatever you call the Wyatt family now.
You mean the Dudley boys?
Was I not paying attention or did they nail a 3D tonight?
They nailed 2 3Ds.
Because
60s.
I heard a thump and then 1, 2, 3, and then I think it was JBL was like, they call that the way. And I look up and then they nailed a 3D. But I got a problem with that because the way is a wrestler named Joe Cephas, who I saw at Resistance Pro Wrestling, who had one of the best fucking gimmicks. It was so entertaining. So Joe Cephas is the way. Fuck the Wyatts. You know what I'm saying?
Is the way?
Yeah, dude. Google Joe Cephas the way, or go fuck yourself. I don't care which one you do.
So what's your thoughts on the I don't know what I guess they're called the Reavers now, or the Reapers. Is that what it was on Twitter?
The Reapers, I think that's an awesome name. I'm glad they're back together because they weren't doing fuck all as singles. Right. I created a character in SmackDown Shut Your Mouth named Reaper who wore black boots, black pants, black trench coat, black shirt, and he had a white and black Darth Maul paint with horns on his head. I called him Reaper, and he was 7 feet tall, and he never lost a match. I don't know what the fuck. My game was possessed. I created that guy, and then he never lost.
I think that my fondest memory of a SmackDown video game is using the Brock Lesnar Here Comes the Pain that's wearing the sweatpants, the tank top for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Random tangent. But back to the match. I like the Swamp Bros as a tag team, or the Reapers, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big time.
Harper's a good boy. He's a good big boy.
He's a big boy, and Rowan is a new mask boy.
I was a fan of the Harper taking it off, and then Rowan was stomping on him, and he had him on the ropes, and then the refs, giving him the count, and then Harper in the background's like, he's not doing anything.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
so my dad texted me during this segment, and my dad, my dad just recently learned how to text, and he's been sending me some great ones. And he tweeted me about this one. This could be good. And then after it, oh wait, that was about Miz, Ryback, and Show. This could be good. And then I told you. And then when the Reapers were on their way to the ring, he sends me, "What the fuck is this?" And I responded, "Those are Bray Wyatt's old followers." And he says, "Sweaty, stinky fucking hillbillies." But he misspelled it. So it was sweaty with 2 T's, stinky fucking, and then hillbillies, he spelled GLLBILLIES. I thought it was great.
I mean, I like that.
Yeah.
I like Torito bumping. I don't know.
I didn't even see it.
That's what it needed to do.
I was putting a set together during this match, so I missed the Torito bump. How'd that small boy become a dead boy?
Rowan bumped him with his ass off of the apron, and then Torito flew into the barricade.
That doesn't sound like a good time. That's not what I want to do.
No, he wasn't a little happy bull boy down there.
No bull boys anymore.
But if they keep on using the 3D, the crowds are going to make them pay for it.
Well, they could be using the 3D because they're going to have a match with the Dudleys.
They could be doing that,
and I think
and there's a chance to do that, if they continue to use that move, the smart crowds are going to eat them alive.
Yeah. Well, I think there was a story a long time ago about the Hardys one time did a move that was just like the 3D, where I think Jeff lifted the guy and then Matt did a twist of fate. I think this is in their book, and they said that they the office got a call from Bubba Ray, and Bubba Ray was like, "Don't ever fucking let me see that move on your show again." And they were like, "Oh man, we can't do this anymore."
Fuck Jeff Hardy.
How dare you? What do you mean, fuck Jeff Hardy?
I was never a big Hardy Boy fan. I was never a big Hardy boy.
That's because you're a dumb boy.
I'm an RVD boy. Whatever. I guess I'm a Dudley boy.
You're a Dudley boy.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. According to my notes, we've got Big E versus Titus up next.
What's your opinion on the primetime players?
I love the primetime players. I'm glad they're not in a dingy, dark room doing promos against a black background that don't make any fucking sense anymore. I like that they're in the ring.
See, I'm not a fan. I still got to get warmed up to them. It's nothing against their personality. It's just in the ring, they don't do anything for me.
Yeah.
That's big on what I look for. Titus is, they've got charisma, obviously, and they get with the crowd. The fans love doing that Bulldog chant.
Yeah.
But no, just they don't really work for me. But I do like the quick segue from that match, from the Titus Big E match, right into the Reigns.
I do too.
Instant match.
Captain McKay says Bubba Ray tweeted something earlier, if you wanted to do a 3D, should have called us. So he's still taking it personally.
Showed up for one night at the Rumble. Have you heard anything about that?
No, I was talking about that at work the other day with some of the wrestling fans. So Titus pulled out the pounce tonight, which I thought was fucking cool because I like that move, and he can pull it off because he's huge. And Marcus Corvon / Monty Brown was fucking terrible. So
he was fucking awful. He wasn't even good in TNA. When TNA was great.
I think there's a 30-second compilation of him eliminating himself from battle royals because he could never get the timing right to get over the top rope. So a guy would kick him, and then he would try to go over the top rope and fuck it up and then just jump over, and the guy would be coming over to throw him, and they'd just be like, fuck, let's just go do something else.
Is it up there? Is it as funny as the Scott Steiner math video?
No, nothing is that funny. Come on.
Dude, you don't like the Steiner math video?
No, nothing is as funny as that, I mean.
Oh shit, my bad. I'm out of it.
So Roman versus Kofi.
Dude, it's a fresh matchup. I dug it. The best thing for me is the finish, though. Going back to the point we were making earlier about, making signature moves look better. I liked how they finished with the Reigns Superman punch. With Kofi coming out the top. It reminded me of Shelton versus Shawn Michaels ways back when he hit him with the super kick when Benjamin was coming off. So I dug the match. I like the finish too.
Yeah. I do not like the fact that Roman is using the Superman as his signature move. I've been saying for like a year now, Roman should be using the Superman as his finisher. No one else is doing the Superman punch. Big Show did the spear, Goldberg did the spear, Rhino did the spear, Edge did the spear, Christian did the spear. People use the fucking spear. A lot of people use the spear. Guys on the roster use the spear. No one is doing the Superman punch. Let Roman do the Superman punch, knock fools out, and get the pin. You know what I mean?
I like it too. Like when I see him do that, it's more. I mean, you can look at the move one of two ways. You can look at it like a people's elbow type deal, where you just kind of shake it off, or you can look at it like a weapon of mass destruction type finisher with the Big Show. I dig it. I think it's like, again, going back to the point of people just need to put it over and it'll work. I think they did a good job of putting over the move tonight.
I agree, and I don't like. Well, I don't even think they have to put it over. He can just start doing it, and then it's gonna catch on because it's a great fucking move and it looks good. I had another point, but I don't remember what the fuck it was. Kofi sold that Superman punch like $1 million. He made it look amazing. I thought when Kofi did that running drop kick when Reigns was on the outside, I thought he fucking rocked him because he kicked the shit out of him, and Reigns hit the floor like a sack of shit. And I was like, it's a good thing we're going to commercial because Reigns might be fucked up right now.
Dude, I'm admiring Reigns. He can go stiff in the ring with works for him.
He's a durable guy.
Gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, definitely. So we have made our way to the main event, Seth Rollins versus J&J Security, and I want the chat to talk about this match while we're talking about it. And if the chat has any questions or topics they want us to hit before we wrap the show, put them in there now. And when we finish talking about the main event, we'll talk about your questions and topics, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already 11:10 my time. You know what I'm saying?
12:10 on the best time.
See, but that's dumb stuff. I'm talking about good boy stuff.
What's good boy stuff? Central Time is not good boy stuff.
Central Time is best boy stuff.
No, I would say Mountain Time is best boy.
Mountain, like nobody, like fuck a mountain. You know what I mean?
Don't fuck a mountain.
It probably wouldn't work out for you, so it's probably not a good idea.
I wouldn't.
Okay,
so we got Hendrix it and chop it down with the edge of your hand.
Dude, did you watch Kung Fury?
Kung Fu Fury?
It's Kung Fury.
No, I haven't.
You should, because it's fucked up. There's a cop called Triceracop, and it's exactly what you think it is.
I'm not even going to describe it on here. I know exactly what it is.
It's a cop with a Triceratops head, and his name is Triceracop.
That sounds amazing.
It is fucking amazing.
You know what wasn't amazing? Or you know what wasn't amazing?
Go ahead. Where'd you go? His chair and he sits down and he's got this smile on his face because he knows Seth's coming down. He's going to keep an eye on this shit. So Jeans Ambrose comes through the crowd. He's got the belt. He's got a popcorn. He's got his drink with him. And I noticed, the first thing I noticed was Jeans puts his drink and his popcorn on the barricade, and there's a security guy sitting right next to him. And that security guy didn't say shit about that. And that's breaking the fourth wall. That's Sam Fricky coming back because we fucked up. Are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How dare you cause technical difficulties?
Dude, we've just had a very technically difficult video tonight.
Steve says video is down. Hold on. Is video down? What the fuck is going on? This is a problem.
The artist is hacking our Skype line.
This is unacceptable.
Blame YouTube. There we go. I can see you now.
Is it there?
Yes, sir.
So, I don't know where everybody... Okay, Colter says they got it back. That's a good thing. So we're picking up. Jeans is ringside. The security man didn't say anything about his drink being on the barricade, and that broke the fourth wall, and that bothered me because you're not allowed to do that. That's not a good fanboy thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Did you hear that fucking massive-ass back of popcorn, too?
He did, and you know what's so funny? It reminded me of this TNA bit where Biss was doing Joseph Parks, and he's up in the crowd, and he's watching a match of someone that was a problem, and he's got his Pepsi and a bag of popcorn in the TNA arena, and nobody else had a bag of popcorn. So it was just like a prop bag. And he's the only guy, and there's a fucking spotlight on him, and they're just like, wait, who's that? Is that Joseph Park? Like, no, there's a spotlight on him and security around him. It's definitely not him. So stupid.
Oh, well. Cena had some fucking terrible writing.
So we got J&J versus Seth Rollins. Tell me what you thought about it.
I liked it, man. Compared to what they normally do for main events, which is a tag team match, I thought they let him go for a bit. They didn't make it like a 5-minute squash, which is perfect. Noble broke out a swing neck breaker, and then you get the finish, which I know you love because you were considering tattooing a quote on out of it.
What did I say I was going to get tattooed on me? I don't even remember anymore.
It was,
oh, Mercury speaks, so it shall be done.
And he rolled him up perfectly.
It was amazing.
It was delicious.
Steve
says, this is my problem. Rollins loses too much.
When does he lose? Like when does Rollins lose?
He loses like every time he's on Raw.
I don't know, but if that's true.
Dude, I'll look up the last 10 Raws. I guarantee I'll be like 2-8.
Let's not go through all that trouble right now.
We won't do that right now, obviously. That's a sidebar.
Yeah. We'll put a pin in it. We'll come back to it. So what ends up happening in this match is I'm hoping the whole time that a J&J are somehow going to pull this victory out. And there was a good false finish. I don't remember what the fuck it was. Just believe me, it happened. And then Dean gets in the ring, or he throws the belt, and Seth is looking at the belt like, oh, that's my belt. It's been working to get back. That's mine. I earned it. And then Joey comes up behind him, and the ref counts 1, 2, 3. And you can ask Sam Fricke because we were already Skyping because I was trying to set the shit up. I marked the fuck out for this.
Dude, he did. You marked out pretty hard.
I do. And I was so happy, dude. It's Mercury. Huh?
It was a great finish. I liked, though, going back to the beginning, I forgot about this. When after Reigns won his match, Ambrose music hits. And then Reigns just starts fucking cracking up.
Yeah, big time. Steve says, fun fact, this was Joey Mercury's first win on Raw ever.
I can actually see that because I know M&M were based on SmackDown, so I'm going to assume they didn't have much on Raw, but yeah. That's a pretty fun little stat. What are you doing?
Me?
I see you on the live feed. It's like a little behind you, like smacking something with a hammer.
Oh, no, I was doing the ref counting 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Jesus. I don't even know when I'm looking at the video.
Oh, dude, my live feed is so far behind, I just saw that now. Colter says, motherfucker, we podcasted through a tornado warning because that's true. Episode 57 of the 616 Entertainment Podcast, Colter of Personality was on, and there was hail dropping outside my window. It was all fucked up. It was a troublesome situation. But see, Colter, the thing is, we were Skyping like I am with Sam Fricke now. We haven't had problems with Skype other than the call dropping at one point. The problems tonight have been through YouTube, and we weren't using YouTube. So fuck YouTube, you know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Fuck YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
So what did you think about Raw?
I thought it was okay. It did hit me at some point. Usually halfway through the show, it does hit me like this is taking a long fucking time. There are other things I would rather do than be watching this right now, but I have a show to do, so I'm gonna watch it.
Dude, if you had cut it down to 2 hours, what would you have cut from the night show? I'm thinking probably half the promos that they did in between them.
Divas promo and Divas match is out. I'm keeping Ryback Miz show.
Yeah.
Dolph versus Kane is out. Matadors versus Wyatt is out. And Orton versus Sheamus. If you're going to end it with a bullshit DQ like that, I'm going to have the match be like 90 seconds.
I agree.
And I think
that match shouldn't have even started. They should have just let him brawl to ringside.
I agree. Or just have him brawl backstage. There's no real reason why the match had to start if they were just going to fuck you like that. It's just lazy.
That whole promo, too, they let up. They had a fun sell with Truth, which was great. You keep that in there. Then you stop. You cut Orton versus Sheamus or whatever. You don't do it, or you put it before that. And then you go right into Reigns versus Kofi. Yeah, move one of the Mercury segments up in between as like a buffer, and you go right into the main event.
Yeah. Before we do anything else, Dan Nance, if you're in the chat right now, click that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe to the channel because we do this show. We got a podcast on Wednesday. We got a gaming podcast that goes up once a month. We do Let's Plays on Friday. You know, we got a lot of shit going on here. But I got to get to a question here. Just those likes, those shares, and subscribes are really important. You know what I'm saying? Steve says, was Dean banned from the show tonight? Why did he have to buy a ticket? He says, did I miss something?
He was just partying down in
Yeah, but either way, why did he buy a ticket? He could have just come in. He works there.
That's the genius of Dean Ambrose.
I don't think that's genius of Dean Ambrose.
That's
That could be his new gimmick. He could be genius. You know what I'm saying?
I'm very denim of you.
Oh, I'm a denim boy. Denim on denim, hot dogs and Gatorade for life. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I have a little challenge for you before we go off the air.
What is it?
Because we're live and it's going to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's predict Money in the Bank.
I hate doing this shit.
Why?
Because it's dumb. But go ahead. I'll do it. We're already here.
All right. Nikki Bella versus Paige for the Divas title.
Who gives a shit?
All right. Nikki for me. All
yeah,
right.
it's gonna be Paige, but I don't care.
The big guy versus the big show for the Intercontinental title.
Big guy goes over clean. Big guy goes over clean.
All right. New Day versus Primetime.
Pause for 1 second. Jazz James says, who will be on the podcast this week? This week, Fozzie Fees, a.k.a. Dan Fiorio, will be on the podcast, and it's a really fucking funny one. We went for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. If you like the episodes where we get a little crazy and it's off the rails 100% and the whole thing is funny, you'll love this one. Last time we had Fozzie on, we talked a lot about comics, and they may have been alienating to some of the Dan Nance who don't read comics, but we don't talk about comics this time. The whole thing is just a shit show, so you'll love it. What were you going to say?
No, it's going over get New Day versus Primetime players.
New Day goes over via bullshit tactics.
I love the New Day, too.
I love the New Day, big time.
Huge turnaround, like, from what I thought was going to be a sunk gimmick. They did a good job to turn it around.
I agree, and what I thought was so interesting about this, and I noticed it at Elimination Chamber, was for as poor as the writing can be for not just African Americans, but all minorities on WWE TV in general, this is a title match that is made up of 5 black dudes. And
it works, man.
And that's a good thing. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I'm going with New Day, too. I don't see Primetime winning. I'm not a big fan of Primetime players.
I agree.
Anyways.
Oh, no, I
Cena
don't
versus
agree.
Owens in the rematch. I think you go with the DQ finish here. I don't think one of them's going to win clean in the rematch.
Owens goes over clean. Book it.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
I dig it. You see them going to SummerSlam?
Here's the only thing. If Owens doesn't go over clean, and y'all motherfuckers can quote me on this one, if Owens doesn't go over clean, Cena is going to get DQ'd because he's going to get frustrated. That's what I say.
I can see Owens late in the match just like dipping out of the ring and then Cena just going to ape shit and then just ripping him to pieces.
Steve says, shout out to one of the Reddit mods who, for putting us over, says he enjoys what we do. I love to hear that because the Reddit community can be they can be awesome and they can also be really rough. And last week we had a couple guys in the chat who were accusing this show of being clickbait when that's not what it is at all. The title of his show is Raw Talks Live. We talk about Raw. That's exactly what we do. I don't say like, oh, highlights of Raw or click here to watch Owens beat Cena because that's not what it is. It's called Raw Talks Live. I appreciate Steve for sharing it on Reddit because he always does. I appreciate Sam Fricky for co-hosting with me. So let's move on. Sorry I keep interrupting you.
Oh, no, that's fine. Then we got Money in the Bank. Reigns.
I say if you're going to go with Reigns, I'll go with a different opinion just so we don't have the same one. Neville.
I dig it.
I would really like him to win.
Sheamus doesn't win.
Sheamus will not win.
They would do that too. They would do that.
No, they won't. Sheamus isn't going to win.
I hope not. I hope he doesn't win. That'd be the Sheamus of booking decisions.
Steve says so many Shelton Benjamins, and he's talking about my title match made up of 5 black dudes comment. Did you hear about this story?
I did. I cracked out.
So fucking funny, man. And the thing is, I want to know if Vince did it on purpose to pop the rest of the guys, because that's definitely a possibility.
Dude, I can see him having a sense of humor like that.
Oh, yeah, big time. He dropped an N-bomb on Booker T, remember?
Oh, yeah, back in 2004.
Yeah, that was a strange time.
Then that was senior Kurt Angle raped his wife, too, right?
Who did Kurt Angle rape?
There was like that angle where Kurt Angle wanted to have sex with Sharmell, Sharmell, whatever her name was, Booker T's wife, and like they insinuated that he raped her at some point.
I don't remember the insinuation of rape. I remember Kurt Angle being interested in her.
I think I'm over-exaggerating a little bit.
Possibly. There's a slight chance that you may have over-exaggerated that. What's not...
This is also the same company that ran the Katie Vick angle. So
that's definitely true. And it's also the same company. I just introduced the artist to the clip of Heidenreich butt-fucking Michael Cole in a dark part of the locker room one time. And he was... Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
And he was like, this was a poem by Heidenreich. And then I showed him Gene Snitsky killing Lita's baby and then punting it across the audience. Like, when you go back and think about some of this shit, it's so fucked up.
I'm going to go watch that after the
show. When I showed that to the artist, he loved it. And he started saying it wasn't my fault over and over again. Steve says that Kurt Angle claimed, I want to have bestiality sex with your wife. So that doesn't make any sense. But what other matches are on this card?
Last one is Ambrose versus Rollins in a ladder match. We briefly talked about this.
Oh, it's a I totally forgot this was a ladder match because it has no business being a ladder match.
Dude, they're just going to give these guys matches like 4 times a year on the different shows and just let it run for the next like 10 years.
I think that's fine because they're so good together.
I agree. Ambrose needs to win the title off of him at some point.
The artist asked me last week while we were watching Raw, because he was still alive back then. R.I.P. artist, you know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. in peace.
R.I.P. in peace. He asked me last week while we were watching Raw, Dean was doing something and he was running around with the belt. And he goes, do you think Dean will ever win the world title? And my knee-jerk reaction was no. Because I can see him going his entire career being that guy who doesn't win it. Kind of like being Tommy Dreamer in ECW, you know? It was only at like the end of his run that he won it. He was always that guy that people wanted to win it and he never did. And the chase was fun. And every time he would get this close and that was what it was about. But Steve says he's predicting Dean will win. I don't think Dean wins, and I don't think Dean wins the world title for. If he wins it, it's going to be a while away, in my opinion.
I agree, and I think they're going to go for Lesnar, Rollins, and maybe Reigns at SummerSlam. Maybe Reigns is Money in the Bank or something. I don't know.
Lesnar Rollins would be fucking awesome.
See, and then Rollins has to win that match. I don't think you can put Lesnar as the world champion for a bit.
I just saw the chat is behind, but I saw the video of me kissing my hand that says R.I.P. artist, and then I did the Sammy Sosa lips thing when he kissed his fingers, and it was fucking funny. So if someone gifts that for me, I'll give you a dollar or something. But because that was funny. But yeah, I think Dean definitely could win the title, but I don't think it's going to be for a while. And the reason I love Seth versus Lesnar is because Seth looked, when they had that little confrontation right before Lesnar was suspended and he went on his vacation, was Lesnar grabs him and he gets him in the suplex, which he's been killing everyone with suplexes. But he throws Seth and Seth lands on his feet. John Cena couldn't land on his feet. The Undertaker couldn't land on his feet. Roman Reigns couldn't land on his feet. So just that little back and forth, Seth blocks Lesnar's main weapon and hits him with a kick. So the kick dropped Lesnar to a knee and he got up immediately. So it's like Seth's quickness he can use against Lesnar, but Lesnar's strong enough to take it. But Lesnar's suplexes, Seth is agile enough to... I love, like, if you are looking at it from a logical standpoint, these guys can have a really fun match. That's how I'm looking at it.
I agree. I think it would be even better if Rollins was the face and Lesnar was the heel. They could play it up a lot more from a narrative standpoint. But I think regardless of this position, I think it'll be a great match if and when it happens.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to happen, and if it doesn't happen, what's the one right before SummerSlam?
I don't know, some bullshit.
Okay. Well, it won't happen there then. It'll probably happen at SummerSlam, and then But you know, this means Reigns is definitely going to win at Money in the Bank because they'll do Lesnar versus Rollins. That'll end with a fuckery finish, and then it'll be Lesnar versus Rollins booked again. And I think Reigns will cash in his suitcase to be a part of the match. I don't even think he'll be an opportunist. I think he's going to want to make it fair because he's a fucking blue-eyed babyface.
Or you know what we do? You have, I mean, because you know they want to do the Shield triple threat for the world title at some point. Probably, if I'm going to guess, it'll be at WrestleMania next year.
If you're going to do that, I think it needs to be at WrestleMania. Don't waste it.
You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was getting worried when they had the Fatal 4-Way that it was getting too close to it, but they need to do it at Mania.
But I don't know how confident they would be in making that the main event of WrestleMania because
I don't think you even need to make it like the last match on the card. You should, but they wouldn't have to with what I'm going to assume if they get Lesnar for whatever, if they want Austin back.
That's exactly where I was going. If the title match is bless you. If the title match is Rollins, Reigns, Jeans, then I think the last match is either Austin Lesnar or it's Lesnar someone. Lesnar Rock. I fucking hope not, but maybe they'll do that. Those three, if it's the title match, they're gonna get the Punk treatment. They are not gonna be the main event because I don't think Vince thinks that they draw money. And I haven't seen the statistics. Maybe they don't fucking draw money. But how are they going to draw money if you don't align them as the main guys? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Jim, you can put the Lesnar match on right before the main event, or like they're down from it, and
not
you're
if
not
it's
gonna lose buys because of it.
Not if it's Austin Lesnar though. If it's Austin Lesnar and that doesn't go on last, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I agree with that, but I'm saying if it's not Austin Lesnar, you can have it go on before the title match, and you'll be fine. You could do Rock Lesnar before the title match.
I disagree with Austin Lesnar anywhere but the main event.
I agree.
Jazz James says the artist faked his own death just so he didn't have to fight Colter. That's bullshit. He died in an unfortunate cum accident. There's nothing I can do about it. And you know what? I'll take his place. Colter, June 16th, 2016. I'm going to put you to sleep in about 14 seconds. So, you know.
You guys fighting?
Well, Colter was going to fight the artist, and I was going to coach the artist and be in his corner. And in that case, Colter didn't stand a fucking chance. But if it's me versus Colter, this is like people aren't even going to want to pay for it. It's going to be like a Ronda Rousey fight. It's going to be a couple seconds long. I'm going to win by submission, and then people are going to be like, I can't fucking believe I paid for 10 seconds. You know what I mean?
Put me in a match against artists on the undercard and just let us work.
That might be the best fucking... No, that's not a match, though. It's a fight.
Oh, put us in a fight in the undercard. We'll draw.
Okay,
don't need to worry about it.
Steve needs to get booked. Captain McKay needs to get booked. Jazz needs to get booked. We got a whole people who need to get booked for this card. You know what I'm saying?
Then let's book the card on another podcast.
Let's do it. June 16th of this year, which is not far away. It's 1 week from tomorrow. It's 8 days away. Season 2 premiere of Top 5 with Sal Melendez. It's Top 5 Monsters. Lydia Coranda is working on a full-size poster for the episode that you'll see soon. It's fucking amazing. I can't wait to put it up. She's such a good artist.
I'm a Sal guy. I'm digging it. I like the topic, too. I think it's going to be great.
It's going to be a good one. I've seen a rough cut of it, so I think you guys will enjoy it. I still think Sal overall is a piece of shit. I don't really ever want to be around him. But, you know, if he draws, he draws.
Involved in the artist Cumstain skateboard incident?
Do I think he was involved?
Yeah.
Most likely.
Probably.
It may not have been the artist's fluids. It could have been Sal's, and he's framing the artist. You know what I mean?
He seems like, yeah, I mean, Sal's a couch masturbator. He's probably involved.
Jazz wants to know who he's fighting on the card, and all I got to say to Jazz is just call somebody out and I'll book it. You know what I mean?
That's how you do it. It's not... Just call Douglas out, whoever that is.
Well, no, I'm fighting Douglas. That's Colter, and I'm going to choke him out quick.
Wait, Douglas is Colter?
Yeah. Let's wrap this shit up. We're rambling.
Wrap it up.
This sounds like a podcast at this point, which the 616 Entertainment Podcast goes up every Wednesday. This week with Dan Fiorio is a really good episode. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Sam Fricke is a great co-host. The artist is dead. We'll never see him again. R.I.P. artist.
R.I.P. in peace.
R.I.P. in peace. Watch all the other shows. Sal Melendez, Season 2 starts next Tuesday. Do not miss it. Top 5 Monsters. Follow Sam Fricke on Twitter at
Fricke316.
Follow me on Twitter at IDS616. Follow Sam Fricke on Instagram at
I forget what that is.
Follow me on Instagram at 616 Entertainment. I love you, Dan Names. thanks for everyone who stuck with us through the technical difficulties this week. You know what I'm saying? We will have a good show again. Oh, fuck! This is the perfect time to say it. I've said it a couple weeks now in a row. There is no Raw Talks next week. Next week is E3. The Sony conference comes on right around the same time as Raw ends, and E3 is my favorite time of year. I'm not missing it. So I'll record Raw, and I'll watch it later and skip past all the bullshit commercials and bullshit segments, but there will be no Raw Talks next week. So the week after that, we will resume our regular schedule. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't see a Raw Talks next week, we were not canceled. We're just taking some E3 time off. You know what I'm saying? Badango. Yo, what is your favorite outro that I do? Is it the Gary Coleman one? Is it the Cabin Fever one?
Dude, pick whichever one you want.
Here, I'm going to go with a brand new one. This is from a Rodney Dangerfield record that I bought today, and it's a great bit. So here we go. I love you, Dan Dance.
Sex life. Well, I mean, I got the girls alone because of who I am, a rapist.